Realism in art has been around for a long time. In that definition, I'm saying realism with a small r. But when we get to the mid-19th century, we see realism with a capital R, with Courbet's submission to the 1850 Salon, The Burial of Ornans, this sort of revolutionary, unprecedented picture, a painting that showed a scene from everyday life. That's been shown before, it just hasn't been shown on a scale 20 feet long for a major exhibition like the Paris Salon. Courbet is an artist who chose so many different subjects. He really excelled at just about all of them. In 1862, when he's in the southwest corner of France in a town called Saintes, we have a milkmaid on a donkey. He loves to kind of just take his palette knife and just scrape and build up the color everywhere in the painting. But then when you start looking at the donkey, you see the real fine, wonderful brushwork, the delicateness of the way he's shown the coat of the donkey. And it shows this sort of real interest in animals and how well he could do them. You can just sense the sort of donkey clip-clopping along on this little dirt road. I'm sure it's something that he saw one day as he was walking in the countryside. And for that reason, it falls under the category of being a realist painting. Naturalism comes out of realism, but the critics at the time felt that it wasn't enough to be just a realist. It wasn't enough to just show the scene as you saw it, that you had to delve in a little deeper into the individuals being depicted and show a little bit more of their psychology. Jean-François Raffaëlli, he sort of appears right as Courbet is not on the scene anymore, because Courbet dies in 1877, and this is the time when Raffaëlli is starting to exhibit his paintings. He finds Degas, or Degas finds Raffaëlli. The two become friends, and Degas becomes one of his ardent supporters. Raffaelli was very interested in finding the source in a model that would express something called character. He moved to the Paris suburbs in 1879, and that's where he found all of these, what I would call muses for these paintings. In 1881, in this submission to the Impressionist group show, he includes this painting of a man just having painted his fence. The detail is just extraordinary, from his swarthy, dry hands and dirty fingernails. His face, his beard is a salt and pepper stubbled beard. His old, sort of really worn out shoes that are just covered with the dust. His terracotta little can filled with green paint dripping over the side. The way that it's painted is just extraordinary because it has this monochromatic palette, not only for the man, but also for the background. We see this sort of barge, we see this spouting smokestack. We see the coal carts. It's this sort of bleak, dead tree neighborhood. That was the suburbs. It's such a simple idea, but in the way it's also very complex when you start thinking about what the painting represents. So when Raffaelli wanted to show character in a human being, in an individual, I think that he really got it right with this picture, and I think he has been able to successfully show the intangible in a tangible way.